Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Storytimers. It's me, Donna Vee, and I'm so excited to be here today. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and the letter is M. So welcome to Storytime. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. It is a pleasure to be here together in the morning, to wake up with such joy and gratitude and fun and just excitement, and a great way to start my day with you. And I hope it's a great way for you guys to start your day with me. I'm live 10 to 11 on Facebook, on YouTube, and Periscope, Sunday through Friday. And if you enjoy the content, that's amazing. I love it. Please go over to my YouTube page. It's under Donna Vee Comedy, and you can like, subscribe, and share. That would be amazing. Good morning, Ryan. What's going on? Good M for morning Storytimers. That is right. Today's letter is M. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me find my letters so I could swap out yesterday's letter L. And I know I have them right here, and I'm pretty pumped. So today, it looks like it's a kind of a cloudy day. I think we were supposed to have more of a storm, but we are in Nutley, New Jersey on the east coast of the U.S., and I don't know. I didn't really see too much happening out there, but I will say I am very grateful. As a matter of fact, one of the things I woke up grateful for today was the fact that there's no extra snow, and it seems to be kind of a mild weather day. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Somebody could come on and be like, nope, we're about to get the storm of the century. I don't know. Because right now, my focus is here and on the letter M. This is the uppercase, and this is the lowercase. And I have to say, this just looks like a softened version of the uppercase. And it does definitely look like it could grow up to stand up nice and tall to look like the uppercase letter M. So I will switch it out. But first, I think we should say good morning to the kids that are listed on the back of the letter M. I will check, as I always do, to make sure that I didn't miss anything like a new name. Let's just check. I think I have everybody on the letter M day. So if your name starts with the letter M, today is your day, kids. So you should be so excited. And I want to see you, well, I want you to jump up and down, fill yourself with so much energy, because one of the things I always say is, even if you have a moment of sadness, which we all do, I mean, if you have a back pocket reserve of gladness and happiness and joy, you have something to pull back from, or two, reserves, something. I say that this is the time to do it. So fill yourself with all the energy in the world. And you know what? If your name doesn't start with the letter M today, I say you still do jumping jacks if you hear a name that sounds like your name. Right? Why not? I do. All right, so let's say good morning to Matthew. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Max. Marin Rose, who's my goddaughter. Her little sister, Molly. Melody. Mark McCartney, double M's, or as we would say here, alliterative sentence. Michaela. Melanie. Maddie. Maggie. Mary. Madison, and Mashi. Good morning to all of the little kids with the letters M that start off their name. That's magnificent. That is magical. What else? I have to think of some more M's. Hey, Jim Tomlinson. Oh, it's happy Mardi Gras. That is so true. So good morning all the way from California. I love that. He's on the West Coast. You like how I just did that? I turned the M into a W. But right now, it is definitely the letter M for today. And Frank Simon is here. I love it. Good morning, Frank Simon. Nice to see you. But if you have any family-friendly words that start with the letter M, I'd love you to put them up in the comments, and I can post them, because it's so much fun when we participate together. All right, so what happened this morning? I woke up and I had so much to be grateful for, and the weather was one. And then it also happens to be, well, going back into work today, and I'm very happy and very grateful that I have a job. I will say that. I know gratitude, it's like there's so much to be found. And then healthy habits. I brushed my teeth. I washed my face. Actually, I took a shower, and then I came over to story time. So don't forget to wake up with gratitude and some healthy habits. Then we also know it's really important to drink lots and lots of water and stay hydrated. Well, if you say that's M's. Next thing you know, it's time to stretch. It is. Oh, and today I'm wearing my glasses because I'm giving my eyes a break from my contacts. Another healthy habit. But I will say I have to wear my glasses because without them, I wouldn't be able to see my story timers. Or I could, but I wouldn't be able to see any of the comments. I could say that. Hey, Shari. M is for Mush, which is your sweet little puppy dog that likes to watch story time. Hello there. I love it, Shari. I love that you're here, and I appreciate it. And how are you? Are you here today because there's no school? Or are you in a break time? I love that. I love anybody that's here taking time out of their day to start the day in a special, fun way. Now, are you ready to stretch? Get your arms out to the sides. Here's the deal. 26 letters in the alphabet. I know that you know this. I know that we repeat this on the daily every morning. Why? Because repetition is a great way for kids to learn. And it's a really good thing to get into certain habits to repeat, like brushing your teeth, making your bed, and being polite, exercising. Yes, I love it. So get your arms out to the side. Ooh, we should change the exercise to like airplane arms. And then what we do is we recite the alphabet. While we do it, we are doing arm circles. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. A through M is 13 letters in. When we get there, we say middle, and then we go in the opposite direction of whatever it was that you started, okay? Then N through S, we go in that direction, and we get to S, we yell switch, and we switch off to non-spaghetti arm seated jumping jacks, okay? Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Perfect. All right, so you ready to do this together? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, middle, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. I did. I forgot to say switch. I was so excited. I just wanted to keep going. I just wanted to keep the momentum going. M, momentum. Nice. Okay. So I had a chance to see a mom yesterday. I went to pick something up, and I want to just say a shout out today to all the moms and dads or parents or aunts, uncles, whoever right now during this quarantine is taking care of the little ones, right? This is exactly why I started Storytime. I know that there's so much that goes on in Storytime that is family friendly, and I am really trying to keep it that way as far as something that keeps everyone interested, right? But I will say this. I want to just send extra hugs and love out. And today, that's who we are going to send love and light out to. So don't go anywhere, because I'd like to have everybody to just like help out with that, because what I know is going on at home for a lot of people, it's very stressful to not have school to send the kids to, so that they get that stimulation and that, camaraderie with their friends. And some parents really did rely on their children going to school so they can work full-time or part-time, get the house cleaned up, cook, whatever it is. I will say this. I give a lot of love, and I give a lot of props out to the parents right now who are just really working so hard during quarantine to keep the kids healthy, occupied, safe, right? It's not an easy task. As a single mom, I know when my children were really little, they were like 2 and 4. I have to say there were days that were easier than others. But what I really want to just, do is say, please, even if maybe the beginning of story time is challenging for little kids to sit through, but if you go to any story time and you hit like the 30-minute mark in, that is where the stories always start. It just so happens to have unfolded that way during the evolution of this, passion project that started March 21st. So just a shout out to anyone that might be watching the beginning, and sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just too much for the little kids, but just skip through to the half-hour mark. And I tell you, that's where all the stories are. And I try, if you look at Facebook or YouTube, you'll see in a lot of the front frame of what the show is are the books so that you can see what they are in case you find a book that your child loves or you know that they won't sit through. You can just zip past that. So it's all, the content is all there on Facebook under Storytime with Donna Vee, or on YouTube. So I'm not really sure where you're watching from. And don't forget Periscopers, March 31st. You got to just jump ship and get over to YouTube or Facebook. So, okay. What's up, Angelique? You know what's today's letter is? M. And guess who I shouted out? Mark McCartney. That's your son. I don't know what's happening right now, but I just saw myself go into slow motion. This is interesting. Do you see that? I think that's kind of cool. I feel like I'm in the Matrix. M. Matrix. Like, that's weird. All right, well, anyhow, next we are going to practice the Asl alphabet. But I can see that right now the words are not matching up with my mouth. And I've seen that on a replay, but I've never seen it like this. So hopefully it's not as distracting for you as it is for me. But one of the things that we love to do here is learn. And one of the things that we practice every day and learn to love is the Asl alphabet. This is what it looks like, okay? We use Dina the Deaf Dinosaur as our reference guide, written by Carol Adebato and illustrated by Valentine. This is the page we refer to. Okay, awesome. I love it. Thank you, Angelique. Am I coming in clear? I'm coming in clear for you. That's perfect. So this is what we use to practice, okay, as our reference guide. So are you ready? Let's go, story timers. Hands up. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Excellent. I always say congratulate yourself. Give yourself a little pat on the back, because if you actually sit in your home and practice along with us, as well as do your arm circles, I give you such kudos and applause, because that means that you don't need someone there to make sure that you're doing it. That means you hold yourself accountable and that you participate, and that's amazing. I really appreciate that. If for whatever reason you cannot participate in the exercises or anything that we're doing because of, let's say, for instance, a disability or an injury or otherwise, I always suggest to stretch your imagination, because that is super duper important. And I love that. Ah, that's a good one. M is for motivation. You guys always motivate me every day to be here, show up, and, try to do the best I can. And I hope I motivate you to practice and learn. All right. Now, another healthy habit that I love to talk about in the morning is taking your vitamins, right? So taking your vitamins is so good for you. Mine, it's a recommended daily dosage of 2. And I don't look. I like to play a little game where some people like to guess, okay? But here we go. I'm either going to get 2 of the same or 1 of each. I will say the pink are more sour than the purple, but they smell like candy and they kind of taste like candy. But kids, they're not candy. So only take the daily recommended dosage of vitamins. And also, this is a perfect time to practice your manners, because I know that some of you have to ask to get your vitamins. Maybe they're up on a high shelf. Perhaps they're in that childproof lock. Well, you want to say please and thank you. Good morning, Mom. Happy Tuesday. My mom said there's 2 of the same. Ryan said, nope, I'm not guessing. I'm going to guess for you, and I'm going to say that your guess is one of each. Let's just have a little friendly competition in the morning. And we always wind up reading from the book, A Beginner's Guide to the Universe by author Mike Dooley. It's where we get what I like to call the nugget of truth. So let's check out today's vitamins, and then we will do our alliterative sentence. Oh, I see this. I see what's happening here. To the same. Same as my mother. Very nice. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys got it. 2 of the same. Man, look at that. It's happening already. All right, 2 of the same, not the tart ones. And you know what? Just for that, Ryan, I love it. Let's see if you and my mother can pick a page number and see how close they come. That would be amazing. Here we go. While I'm chewing my vitamins, go right ahead. 1, if you're about to take your vitamins, kids, now's the time to do it. 2, don't forget, don't chew with your mouth open and don't talk with your mouth full. 3. Okay, here's what we have. Ryan has picked page 57. My mother is page 28. So let's see. That's interesting because I don't know which one to go with. Maybe I should subtract 28 from 57 or add 57. Let's try that. Let's see what we get because that'd be fun. All right. Oh, geez. And then my mother writes page 28 again. Huh. Insisting I'm saying? All right. Well, I guess then we're going to have to go there because, if she's insisting, Ryan, lady's choice. Here we are. Page 28 it is. Must mean that there's a message she wants me to read. Okay. All right. 28. I won't argue. Smart. Here we go. Do not fear that at the end of your life, you will somehow disappear back into God the way a cube of sugar dissolves into a hot drink. For even now you live your life inside of God, while at the same time maintaining your own radiant essence and glorious identity. I think I'm going to go to 57 to see the second part. Why? Oh, 57. You may not be able to take it with you at the end of your life, but whatsoever you may do, be, or have in time and space awaits you on the other side. The path to enlightenment usually includes many stages. Most commonly, it begins with festering misunderstandings that lead you to pain. The pain then leads you to growth. Growth leads you to clarity. Clarity leads to fun. Fun leads to joy. A joy leads to true illumination. Whenever possible, and it usually is, I recommend skipping to the fun part. Last, it's good to remember that all roads lead home. It's better to realize that you've never really left. Good morning. How are you from Periscope? Nice to see you, Jess the Star. I love that name. Hello. So hello to anyone that is new or anyone that's returning. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be here today. It is Tuesday, February 16th, and it's an amazing day. You're welcome, Jess. I'm so pumped that you're here. All right. Next, we are going to send love and light out together collectively as a group. Now, here's the thing. I love sending it. Oh, cool. I love that. You're on Periscope for a long time. You know what? March 31st, where are you going to go? I need to know where all the cool kids are going because I need to find out. Because if you're going to watch Storytime with Donna Vee, I am available to be watched on YouTube and Facebook, but I'm not sure where else we're going to be going. It's going to be interesting. But we're going to send love and light out today, especially to the parents of the little ones, to all the kids truly. But I want to say that if you know a mom or a dad that maybe is home all day and night with little ones, maybe it would be nice to check in on them and see if, I don't know, if they need a break or if perhaps there's something we can do to help them smile or take some of the burden off of them. I don't know, but all I want to do is just hug them because it's so much going on right now. All right, so who should we get out here today to show love for the parents? Elephant, because I think that a lot of parents definitely feel that they're forgotten, but they're not, but they feel it. I think I saw it in the face of the woman I saw yesterday, and I want to give her a hug. Hey, and then Cheeky Monkey, good idea. Wow, you're watching all the way from Beirut. That's amazing. That's so cool. We are definitely elevating the vibration of the global population. And I will tell you what, it means so much to me to know that people are watching from so far away and so close to home, because it makes me realize that we are all one, we are all connected, and that love is love, peace is peace, and we can definitely help to bring some more peace around the world and love just through story time. Yeah, I know. I definitely am a believer in that. And I know you are too. That's why you're here. So thanks for being here. So if you know a mom or a dad, an aunt and uncle, a grandma, grandpa, anyone who's a caretaker, if you could help me by putting them in your head, then your heart, and then just send the biggest beam of light to them, that'd be awesome. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to send it to you. You send it to me. Cheeky Monkey likes to take away the sadness and return it with gladness. And our friend Elephant never forgets. So on the count of 3, if you don't mind, let's do it, okay? 1, 2, 3. That was awesome. You guys are great. I'm telling you, you have no idea how close we are to tipping the scales to positivity. Together every day, we are just pushing it. And that's what I love. I do. We elevate the vibration of the global population one day at a time. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Love all the moms. It's important. Okay. Next, we are going to breathe. Oh no. You know what? I have to do my alliterative sentence. All right. That's what I'm about to do. Holy cowabunga. Let me see what Frank wrote. Frank Simon, where are you, sir? Horatio. Let's find him. All right, ready? Here we go. We are going to see if I can get through it. Hey, where'd my little screaming goat go? My goat's missing. Oh, darn. That's okay. Here we go. I'm not looking, and I'm looking. Misty's mittens must make more marshmallow monstrosities on Mondays. Misty's mittens must make more marshmallow monstrosities on Mondays. Misty's mittens must make more marshmallow monstrosities on Mondays. Misty's mittens must make more marshmallow monstrosities on Mondays. Well, Frank Simon. I have to say, I think I kind of... Frank! Oh, you're saying to go find Frank. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, it's snowing in the mountains? Oh, wow, that must be beautiful. It is a mist today. Yes, that's right, Frank. Donna won that one. Thank you. I love that. I love all of my little social distancing buddies. I have a new one. Look, it's a duck. The duck definitely would be good for all the rain and the puddles. How cute is the duck, though? I love my duck. All right, now that we have all of our little buddies together, next thing is now we're going to breathe in some peace and breathe out positivity. Are you ready? Here we go. I am excited to check out Jess the Stars page. I am happy. I am totally content. I am ready to read. Are you ready for the stories from Storytime today? So excited. I am really excited. All right, so I have these really awesome books over here. I'm pumped to read them. I have 3 fun books. All right. The first one I have is something so cute called Twinkle the Tooth Fairy. Right? I love it. Stars and pixies. Hey, and stars and moons. That's so funny. All right, Twinkle the Tooth Fairy, written by Nick Ellsworth, illustrated by Michelle White. Right? Isn't it so beautiful? I love the art in children's books. Yes. Twinkle the Tooth Fairy says, look after your baby teeth. Brush them in the morning and before you go to bed. If you have the chance, brush your teeth after meals too. Brush round and round and inside and out. When one of your baby teeth starts to wobble, it's getting ready to come out. Once it has fallen out, save it for me. Put it in your special tooth purse under your pillow so that it's easy for me to find. While you are asleep, I will leave a coin in place for you to find in the morning. In time, another tooth will grow to replace your milk tooth. Remember to brush your new teeth carefully too. So much fun. Okay. Twinkle the Tooth Fairy was always very busy. Every night she collected the baby teeth that the children left under their pillows. But the teeth were so tiny that they were difficult to find in the dark. Late one summer evening, she was looking for the last baby tooth. It must be here somewhere. She was looking for the last baby tooth, and she said, oh, it must be here somewhere. And she tiptoed around the edge of the bed, and suddenly she saw something sparkle in the moonlight. The tiny tooth had fallen on the floor. She picked it up carefully and put her last shiny coin under the pillow. Good night, whispered Twinkle as she gently kissed the sleeping child and flew silently out the window. Look how beautiful. Oh, I love that. So much I love that. The sun was just coming up as Twinkle flew back to fairyland. All the fairies were very busy getting ready for the fairy ball. Fairy food had to be made by the best fairy cooks. Hundreds of fairy lights had to be put up, and the fairy orchestra was practicing very hard to make this the best fairy ball ever. How pretty. See that? They're so cute and tiny. Before going to bed, Twinkle decided to go and see her friend Thimble, the fairy dressmaker. Thimble had been very busy too, making all the dresses for the fairy ball. Ooh, what beautiful dresses, exclaimed Twinkle. I'm glad you like them, said Thimble, but they would be so much better if I could get to decorate them with golden thread. I can't find any in all of fairyland. I know where there's lots of golden thread. Leave it to me, Twinkle said excitedly and flew off into the sky. She flew higher and higher. Soon she was among hundreds of bright shining stars. On she flew until she reached a huge golden ball, the sun. Please, please, sun, she said, can you spare some of your fine golden thread for my friend Thimble? She needs it to make her dresses for the fairy ball. Look at how pretty. So cute. Love it. Twinkle waited, and all of a sudden, a long trail of golden thread came slowly from the center of the sun. Twinkle took the end of it and began to pull it toward her. Ooh, that tickles, laughed the sun. Soon Twinkle had gathered a large bundle of the precious thread. Thank you, sun. Your thread will make my friend Thimble very happy. Well, you're very happy. You're very welcome, Twinkle, chuckled the sun. Then Twinkle flew back to fairyland, being very careful not to drop the golden thread on the way. Look at that. How pretty. When Thimble saw what Twinkle had brought her, she clapped her hands with joy. Thank you, Twinkle. Now my dresses will look perfect, and you will wear the finest one at the fairy ball. I've never been to the fairy ball, said Twinkle quietly. Why ever not? Asked Thimble. It takes me such a long time to find all the children's teeth. I never get back in time, she said sadly. Well, don't you worry. I'll think of something, said Thimble. Twinkle felt tired after her busy night and went right to bed. When Twinkle woke up the next day, she was surprised to see a large bag at the foot of her bed. Inside the bag were the most beautiful purple and gold velvet pouches. I wonder what these are for, she thought. Pinned to the bag was a note, which read, Dear Twinkle, I have made these special pouches from the leftover fairy dress cloth. The children can put their teeth into them. The pouches will be much easier for you to find in the dark. With a little luck, you'll be back in time for the ball. Your best fairy friend, Thimble. What a brilliant idea. That's so smart. Later that evening, Twinkle collected all the children's baby teeth as usual. She left each child with a shiny coin tucked into one of the pouches, which she carefully placed under their pillows, and she whispered to each sleeping child, Please use your new pouch to keep your next baby tooth safe under your pillow. When she had finished her night's work, she flew back home to sleep. Yogi, come here. Come here. Come on. The night of the fairy ball had arrived at last. Everyone had traveled far and wide to be there. Twinkle was very excited and hoped that she'd be back in time to join in the fun. But first, she had her important job to do. Come on, Yogi. Come by Mommy. When she flew off that night to collect the baby teeth, Twinkle was overjoyed to see that each child had put their baby tooth inside the pouch. Now they were easy to find. She kissed each child and whispered, Thank you. After gathering them all up carefully, Twinkle flew quickly back to Fairyland. When she was almost home, Twinkle could hear the sounds of the fairy orchestra in the distance. The whole sky was lit up from the lights of the fairy ball. Oh no, it's already begun, she thought, and she flew even faster. Hi, Ernest. Good morning. When she reached home, Twinkle rushed to see her friend Thimble. Am I too late? She asked breathlessly. It's only just begun, laughed Thimble. You have plenty of time. Thimble gave Twinkle one of her beautiful dresses to wear. While she was dressing, Twinkle told Thimble all about the good children putting their baby teeth in their new pouches. Look how pretty. Twinkle had a wonderful time at the fairy ball and ate the most delicious fairy food she'd ever tasted. Yum. Twinkle danced for hours and didn't feel the least bit tired, and everyone agreed that in her beautiful new dress, she was the prettiest fairy of all. How pretty. That's a beautiful picture. Yogi, come here, buddy. Come on. Come to story time. Here you go. Listen to your little feet. Come here. Come by Mommy. Guess what, everybody? Yogi's here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come by Mommy. No? He shook his head no. Come up. Come here. Come on. I got you. I have you. This is my favorite little buddy. Check him out. Say good morning. Hi. You look sleepy still. Are you sleepy? You want to go lay down? Want to climb Book Mountain? Look, he's climbing Book Mountain. He goes off into the far corners of Book Mountain. Shall he get comfortable? Oh, he's making the trek to the other side. Climbing over the bears. Look at the ducks, the squeaky toys. And he's headed over to say, I shall tackle you, Jets player. Nicely done. Can I have my M back? Here, I'll move there. Is that better for you? You are just the cutest. Are you all right? There you go. Perfect. Now he blends in. Oh, what a good boy you are. You're a sweetie. Oh, my little Yogi. Want to hear a story? He's already half asleep. Well, that was a cute story. And the next one I think is going to be super cute. And it's interesting because you know what's on here? An elephant. And you know who we used to send love and light? The elephant. And this is called 5 Minutes Peace by Jill Murphy. There's an M in minutes, an M in Murphy, and it looks like a mom in the tub. And I just thought this book looked very sweet and perfectly appropriate for all the moms that need to take a little bit of a break out there. 5 Minutes Peace. Let's see what this is about. Oh, look at this. Adorable. The children were having breakfast. This was not a pleasant sight. Look at the mom, the rollers, and the coffee. Oh, boy. Yikes. Mrs. Large took a tray from the cupboard. She set it with a teapot, a milk jug, her favorite cup and saucer, a plate of marmalade toast, and a leftover cake from yesterday. She stuffed the morning paper into her pocket and sneaked off toward the door. Where are you going with that tray, Mom? Asked Laura. To the bathroom, said Mrs. Large. Why? Asked the other two children. Because I want 5 minutes peace from all of you, said Mrs. Large. That's why. Ooh. Can we come? Asked Lester as they trailed up the stairs behind her. No, said Mrs. Large. You can't. Well, what shall we do then? Asked Laura. You can play, said Mrs. Large, downstairs by yourselves. And keep an eye on the baby. I'm not a baby, muttered the little one. Oh, boy. She needs a few minutes peace. Mrs. Large ran a deep, hot bath. She emptied half a bottle of bubble bath into the water, plunked on her shower cap, and got in. She poured herself a cup of tea and lay back with her eyes closed. It was heaven. Can I play you my tune? Asked Lester. Mrs. Large opened one eye. Must you? I've been practicing, said Lester. You told me to. Can I, please, just for 1 minute? Go on, sighed Mrs. Large. So Lester played. He played Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star 3.5 times. Remember the sound of that recorder? Hot cross buns is all I can think of right now. In came Laura. "Can I read you a page from my reading book?" she asked. "No, Laura," said Mrs. Large. "Go on, all of you. Go downstairs." "You let Lester play his tune," said Laura. "I heard you like him better than me. It's not fair." "Oh, don't be silly, Laura," said Mrs. Large. "Go on then. Just one page." So Laura read. She read 4.5 pages of Little Red Riding Hood. In came the little one with a trunk full of toys. "For you," he beamed, flinging them all into the bathwater. "Thank you, dear," said Mrs. Large weakly. Aw. "Can I see the cartoons in the paper?" asked Laura. "Can I have the cake?" asked Lester. "Can I get in with you?" asked the little one. Mrs. Large groaned. But they're so cute. Aww. In the end, they all got in. The little one was in such a hurry that he forgot to take off his pajamas. Uh-oh. Do you see Mom's face? She doesn't look really happy. Mrs. Large got out. She dried herself, put on her bathrobe, and headed for the door. "Where are you going now, Mom?" asked Laura. "To the kitchen," said Mrs. Large. "Why?" asked Lester. "Because I want 5 minutes peace from all of you," said Mrs. Large. "That's why." Oh boy. And off she went downstairs, where she had 3 minutes and 45 seconds of peace before they all came to join her. Well, I know it can be frustrating. I definitely do. But it goes by so fast that I don't know. Maybe try taking a couple of moments of "I am peace. I am going to miss this when they grow up." And just, I don't know, lean in. Or lock the door. 5 minutes peace. I'm sure we all would love 5 minutes peace at one point in our lives. But I will say that those kids did look really sweet. Okay, are you ready for today's third book? And you know what? I did not do this on purpose. I am so excited. I love it. We are in the vortex today. And here's what's next. Babar's Little Girl, right? I just loved the other day we had Babar's Phantom of the Opera. And now I just thought this one was so cute that I had to read it. So an original Laurent de Brunoff book. It's Babar's Little Girl. So sweet. Oh, there's a lady that had dated the Phantom of the Opera. There was wonderful news in Celesteville. Celeste was going to have another baby. Babar was hoping for a little girl, so there would be just as many girls as boys in their family. Look at that. Brilliant. Celeste was heavy and round. She got tired easily. One day she was resting under a tree. All of a sudden, she called out to Babar, "Quick, get Dr. Capelucci and an ambulance. The baby is about to arrive." But before the doctor could get there, the baby was born. And it was a girl. Oh. The baby was named Isabel. Celeste loved to show her off at every opportunity. Pom, Flora, and Alexander were enchanted with their new little sister, and so was everyone else. Isabel was an amazing baby. When she was only a few weeks old, she could already stand in her cradle. She liked to throw her toys at her brothers and sister. So here's the first look. And there she is standing in her cradle. Oh my goodness. Her appetite was astonishing. And from the moment she got up in the morning, Isabel was full of energy. But often Babar was sleepy. He had spent much of the night trying to comfort Isabel when she cried. Soon Isabel was starting to walk. At first she would take a few steps and fall if the other children were not there to catch her. But then one day she walked all by herself and everyone was proud of her. So sweet. Sometimes Isabel was very loud, and her brothers and sister were exasperated with all the noise she made, shouting and blowing her trumpet, but they still played whatever game she wanted. And sometimes Isabel was very quiet. She loved to watch insects in the grass. The grasshopper was her favorite. I think she's just so cute with her little dress. One day, all the children went out for a walk. They saw a group of hippos sunbathing. One of the hippos was sitting on a turtle. "Help! Help! I'm being squashed!" cried the turtle. "Sir, I wonder if you could please roll over a little," Isabel asked, but the hippo refused. "Let's push him away," said Isabel, and so they did. "Thank you," said the grateful turtle. See that? They pushed the hippo over to get the turtle out. With each passing year, Isabel's family loved her more and more. On her 5th birthday, Babar and Celeste gave a wonderful party. All her friends were invited. Because Isabel loved music so much, her parents asked musicians of the Royal Guard to play. The old lady prepared the lunch and a spectacular birthday cake. That looks like fun. Isabel was overjoyed with her birthday presents, a pair of roller skates and a CD player with earphones. While out for a spin on her new skates, she noticed a cat up in a tree. She thought it was lost. "Kitty, come down," she called. "I'll help you find your home." But the cat stayed right where it was, and Isabel waited and waited until the cat made up its mind to come down. A good skater. Isabel held the cat in her arms and skated home. She had forgotten it was lunchtime. When she arrived, Babar scolded her. Isabel was very upset. She hid behind a bush, and later Babar explained that she must never disappear without telling them where she was going, because everyone had been worried. Oh my goodness. But how cute. Look at her. Their little kitty. Oh, she looks sad. A few days later, the whole family went for a walk in the mountains. When it was time to go home, Isabel was nowhere to be found. Where can she be? Asked Celeste anxiously. Uh-oh. She likes to get into mischief. They don't look so happy. Isabel had completely forgotten what Babar had told her. She was having a lovely time. She played hide and seek by herself. She walked, she ran, she skipped, and she jumped. She was very happy and sang loudly, never thinking that anyone might wonder where she was. She wandered farther and farther until she reached the Blue Valley, a place where Boover and Picardy, old friends of the family, lived. I would like to go see Boover and Picardy. They are fun. But how can I cross the river? Isabel wondered. She walked along the shore until she saw an old elephant in a motorboat. Hello, sir, she shouted. Could you please come and take me across? Uh-oh. She is definitely doing everything the opposite of what they asked her to do. Now she's talking to strangers. The old elephant was happy to help Isabel. I have taken travelers across this river for so many years that I never missed the landing, even though I could not see well anymore, he told her. Look at how cute she is. Oh my gosh. Isabel thanked the old elephant for the ride and hurried up to the house. Is anybody at home? She called, and a moment later 2 gentlemen appeared at the door. Isabel, said the plump Boover. What are you doing here? Said the tall Picardy. I'm looking for someone to play with, Isabel told them. Then you have come to the right place, said the 2 gentlemen together. Oh boy. Isabel was thirsty and hungry. After her trip, Boover and Picardy gave her orange juice and some cookies. Would you like to play hide and seek? Asked Boover. That's my favorite game, said Isabel. She hid behind the sofa, but Boover found her right away. See that? Oh boy. Isabel ran off looking for a better place to hide. The old house was full of surprises. Isabel found a room covered with mirrors. She was fascinated by all the little Isabels. Later, Picardy stood on his head and showed them some yoga. Isabel and Boover tried it too. Isabel was a lot better than Boover. Then they played a game of cards. Interesting. Boover and Picardy loved jazz. Isabel did not have her trumpet with her, so she played the drums. Then they taught her to tap dance. What a wonderful day, said Isabel. I mean, it does look like a fun day, but I am a little concerned for her parents. Later, they went downstairs to watch television. There was Babar on the screen. Our little girl has disappeared, he said. Isabel, if you are listening, please come home right away. Boover and Picardy were horrified. Didn't you tell anybody you were coming here? They said. Isabel began to cry. I did just what Papa told me not to do, she said, and now everyone is worried about me. Uh-oh. Her 2 friends were upset too. Quick, let's take Isabel back in our car right away, said Boover. We can't, said Picardy. Remember, the car is being fixed. Then what shall we do? Asked Isabel. He said, the quickest way back to Celesteville is to fly in our hang gliders. Surely not with Isabel, Hoover said anxiously. Oh, please, can we? Replied Isabel. I would love to fly. Interesting. From the top of the mountain, they took off on their hang gliders. Isabel rode on Pickerdy's back. Hold on tight, he warned her. Isabel's heart was racing. She was flying like a bird. Far below was Celesteville. Look at that. Pretty cool. We are coming in for the landing, cried Pickerdy, right on the terrace of the palace. Pickerdy touched down nicely, but Boover was not so lucky. They had to help him down from a tree. Oh boy. Boover and Pickerdy folded up their hang gliders, and then they kissed Isabel goodbye. Go and find your brothers and sisters, said Pickerdy. We will tell Babar you're safe and well. Come and see us again, said Boover, but do remember to tell your parents first. Then Isabel heard someone calling her name. She ran down the stairs and saw Arthur and Zephyr. Arthur carried Isabel on his shoulder. Pom, Flora, and Alexander were just delighted to see their little sister again. Welcome home, Isabel, cried Pom. Why did you run away? Asked Flora. We missed you, said Alexander. After Isabel told them what happened, her brothers and sisters wanted to hang glide too. You are lucky, said Pom. All the exciting things happened to you. But Arthur burst out laughing and said, Isabel, surely you don't expect us to believe all that. It's true, cried Isabel indignantly. At last, Babar and Celeste were reunited with their little girl. They could hardly speak. They were so grateful to have her back. But then Babar took Isabel on his knee and told her that she had been very naughty and disobedient. You've caused everyone a lot of trouble and worry. He said, promise me you will never do it again. I won't, Papa, Isabel whispered, and tired out by her adventures, she fell fast asleep on Babar's lap. Our little girl is very special, said Babar with a smile. She loves adventure. Babar's little girl. I totally get it. I would love to hang glide. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Are you ready? It's time for a hug. Liv, my buddy, all the way, Squishmallow delivered all the way from Melanie and Liliana from Massachusetts. Ooh, filled with hugs. I love it so much. But now we get to hug each other. So put your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right. Give yourself a squeeze. Hug yourself so tight. Know that I love you and everything's going to be all right. And I will see you tomorrow. I am totally at peace. I am so happy. I am love. I am totally content. Thank you so much for watching Storytime with Donna Vee. I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, the 17th of February, for the letter N and more stories. See you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Thanks.